Hey, what's up everyone? It's George the Remote Seller here. Today I'm going to do a video for OA sellers, and in particular using Keepa and the advanced filters Keepa has to source some of the best products for OA. Now, OA, of course, is its own beast. There are online arbitrage sellers out there making millions from OA alone. They have mastered the sourcing process and understand how to do it perfectly. Now, on the other end of that spectrum, there are a lot of OA sellers, especially new sellers, that are really struggling to find products. Their struggles really go something like this. They find a product, there's profit in it, they think it's a good ASIN. By the time they buy the product and send it into Amazon, all of a sudden 10, 15, 20, 30, 50 sellers have jumped on that same listing. Of course, after that happens, sales are going to slow down, they eventually drop the price, and the price eventually tanks. So you have to either sell the product at a loss, or you have to wait for everyone to sell off. You're not making money that way. That's the thing you want to avoid. That's why you need to understand how to source products to do it perfectly. To succeed on Amazon, you got to do the things that others are not doing. You got to look in the places where others are not looking. Which brings me to my next point, buying lists. There are people out there that sell lists of ASINs that you can use to source online arbitrage products. Now, I don't believe in this method. Simply, there are too many people that buy these lists thinking that they bought something that's a home run, but so many people have access to these products and these lists that all the ASINs that they buy eventually become saturated and are not worth anything after a while. So avoid buying lists. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the advanced filters that I use that help me succeed. Now, there are so many variations to these filters that you can never find the same products as someone else. If you really work hard sourcing, you'll be finding some very rare stuff. Like I said, there are so many variations that you can use when doing this type of filtering. There are probably millions of different variation types that you can do, and each time you'll come up with a new set of products to buy, which will be profitable. Now, this video is ideal for anyone doing online arbitrage, even for VAs. You can really represent your clients very well as a VA by using these types of sourcing methods. Now, before I get into the tutorial video, I just wanted to let you know that Keepa, of course, is a powerful tool for sourcing ASINs, but it's also a very powerful tool for analyzing ASINs. I have a video tutorial, you can check it out right here, where I go in depth on analyzing ASINs and working out if ASINs are good products to buy, considering the price that we source them at. The other thing, of course, is that I have a Telegram group. It's in the description below. Join it if you want to have direct access to me and a bunch of other very experienced sellers. The group is growing. We're all succeeding. We're doing real well. Of course, it's free, so jump in and let's have a chat. Let's get into it now. So let's get something clear, guys. I'm teaching you stuff that otherwise you'd have to pay for a very expensive course just to learn, and I'm doing it for free. I actually like doing it, so I couldn't care less. Let's jump into it. So this is Keepa's website. You want to jump over to data, then you want to click on product finder, and you get the filter section. So Amazon, of course, has billions of products on offer at any given moment. Now, you want to use the filter section to filter it down to just a few hundred, because of course you can't go through a billion products. It's impossible. You want to use the filter section to only pinpoint some of the good stuff that you want to look at, okay? Now, there are filters that you can apply to all these different categories of things. So, for example, you can apply a filter to the sales rank, the current sales rank, the 30-day average, the 90-day average, the 180-day average, and so forth. You can apply filters to the buy box, Amazon, all these different things. And you can scroll down all the way down here and you can find so many different types of filters that you can apply to. Now, next, you also want to look for certain categories of products, okay? So, there are the more popular categories and, beauty and personal care, health and household, clothing, all these types of products. You obviously need to see what you want to sell, but I would, in general, avoid selling anything that's too bulky, too big. You want to avoid those very, very high costs. So anything that is in a category where the products are very big, you don't want to sell furniture. How are you going to sell a couch online? Even though they might be available online, you don't want to sell a couch online. You don't want to sell a fridge online. You don't want to sell a stove oven online. Any car parts that are too big. You want to sell, medium to small size types of products, nothing too big. So when you're looking at which category you're going to sell your products in, keep that in mind, okay? Now, for this tutorial, I'm going to focus on toys and games, but of course there are, so many different categories that you can focus on. So the first filter I want to show you, I call it no buy box, no Amazon, and very few current FBA sellers. All right, let me show you. So we're going to go up to the sales rank first. You always got to put a sales rank there and use increments in the sales rank. You don't want too many products to appear. So let's go to the 90-day average, okay? And let's type in 35,000 to, let's say, 40,000. In the lower BSRs, you want to go in increments of 2,500, maybe, from 0 to 2,500, 2,500 to 5,000, and so forth. And after 10,000, you probably want to go in increments of 5,000. When you go up to 50,000 BSR, maybe you might go in increments of 10,000 after that. All right, so this one here, so we want to put a sales rank. I'll put 35,000 to 40,000. Next, there's no Amazon. So over here where it says Amazon, we say out of stock, and we want to see products with no one in the buy box. Okay, so what we've achieved now is we're looking at a lot of products where there is Amazon, of course, is not selling it. We don't want Amazon selling any of the products, but we don't have a buy box either, meaning that the current sellers that are selling the product, Amazon is not putting them in the buy box because they consider their price to be too high. That could be an opportunity for you to buy a product at a reasonable price and sell it for a reasonable profit. Next thing is there's too many products here. There's too many products available here, so we want to narrow that down. So we want to go to third-party FBA sellers and put a limit there as well. And let's say 2 to around, let's say, 6 FBA sellers. All of a sudden, we're down to 2 products only. Let's go have a look at them products. All right, so here are these products. You can have a look at them on Amazon, and then you can, check them out on Google, use Google Lens or use whatever, product you want to look at to find retail stores that offer these products, see if they're profitable or not. But anyway, go back to advanced filters and you can start doing this. You can play with the BSR and keep going up. So let's say, for example, you write 1 to 2,500. There are 3 products. Check out these products. These products can be real good. They've got very good BSRs, these ones. They could be very good products. And then keep going in increments of 2,500 all the way up to 100,000. You need to check out everything, see how many products appear. So next I'll say 2,500 and then change that to 5,000. There are another 2 products. Keep going up in increments. So this one again is the no buy box, no Amazon, and very few current FBA sellers. All right, let's move over to the next filter. We're going to clear this section completely. So the next filter is called sales rank getting better and no Amazon. So this is a very interesting one. So we want to start off with a sales rank. Now you want to start off a bit higher and then bring it down low. So let's say we go for a sales rank that's in the last 90 days was 50,000 to around 70,000. Okay. But in the last 30 days, it's drastically improved. So we're going to then say products that currently in the last 30 days have a BSR of 20,000 to 30,000. Okay, so these are all the products. There's 989 products in toys and games that have had a drastic increase in their overall average sales rank. Next, of course, we don't want Amazon. We're down to 878 products. Then you can also play around with the buy box to bring it down lower, or you can say, again, few FBA sellers, 2 to maybe 6 or 7 sellers. All right, we're down to 4 products now. So again, we can play around with these numbers. You can play around with the 50,000 and to 70,000. You can make that 60,000 to 80,000 and 25,000 to 35,000. You can keep playing around with these numbers. Change the category of products, from toys and games to something else. There are so many other iterations of this one as well. So this one, of course, is the sales rank getting better and no Amazon, few sellers. Next filter, ASINs with less competition over time and no Amazon. All right, so let's clear this out. So again, we want to get a BSR rating. So I'm going to do, let's say, 35,000 to 45,000. And then the reason why this is very interesting, we got a decent BSR, but we're looking for listings where there are fewer and fewer FBA sellers. So in the last 90 days, we want to look for ASINs that have 10 to 20 sellers, for example, but at the moment, there are only, let's say, 2 to 6 or 7, let's just say 7. Okay, so the amount of sellers has drastically dropped. Maybe 2 to 7 is a bit too low. Let's go 2 to 10. And then get rid of Amazon, of course. Amazon's out of stock. 251 products. Let's bring that down even lower, 2 to 8. 10 products. Okay, so 2 to 8 sellers, 10 products. Let's check out these products. These are all the products. Go ahead, check them out on Amazon. They might be good. And like I say, keep playing around with the BSR readings. Now I've put 35,000 to 45,000. You should be checking out many different increments of BSR readings to get some results. Go ahead, check them out on Google, see if they're profitable. All right, let's clear this one. The next filter is ASINs with many more FBM sellers compared to FBA sellers, and of course, no Amazon. All right, so to do this one, we of course need to write in a BSR reading. Let's get 35,000 to 45,000 again. And we're looking for ASINs that had a lot of FBM sellers and very few FBA sellers. So we're going to go 5 here, 20 FBM sellers. And in terms of FBA sellers, there's only, for example, let's say 2 to around 6 FBA sellers. Of course, again, no Amazon. We're trying to avoid Amazon being in stock. There we go. We've got 47 different products to check out right now with these awesome, awesome stats. So these are products that a lot of FBM sellers, but very few FBA sellers at the moment. So we want to focus on this. And you can even move from the last 90 days and do it to the current, 2 to 6 in the current at the moment. So 31 products to check out there. Next one, ASINs where there were FBA sellers, but they're all gone. All right, let's clear this out. Again, let's get another sales rank. Let's go 35,000 again to 45,000. And we're looking for ASINs where they're in the last, let's say 180 days, for example, there were 2 to 10 FBA sellers, but at the moment, there are no FBA sellers selling this product. So they're all gone. They were selling it at a certain point in the past, but they're all gone at the moment. Check out these products. So these are products we can look for. There are no FBA sellers, only FBM sellers. Could be a massive opportunity to price above the FBM sellers and make some nice sales. Again, you can play around with the BSR readings. 35,000 to 45,000. You can go 25,000 to 35,000. You can play around with category. Look at different categories. Whatever you think is appropriate, and find more products. So the strategies that we've discussed so far is strategy 1, no buy box, no Amazon, few current FBA sellers. It's a simple one. Then the next strategy we discussed, strategy number 2, was sales rank getting better and no Amazon. So the reason that one's a very good one is because the sales rank was X, but now it's dropped a lot more in the more recent times. There aren't many sellers either, and it could be a real good opportunity to get onto something that's going very well before a lot of competition comes. Now, the following one, the third one, was ASINs with less competition over time. So we're looking at products that had many competition, had a lot of sellers, but all of a sudden there's no competition. There may be a reason for that, there may not be. If you can get your hands on that type of product, you might be onto something, you might be making a lot of profit. After that, we looked at strategy number 4, which was ASINs with many more FBM sellers compared to the FBA sellers, and of course no Amazon. So that's of course very good because we're looking for products where there are many FBM sellers competing, but you're one of the few FBA sellers, and you're obviously going to get the sale more often than not over an FBM seller. And the last one was products where there were FBA sellers. So we know that FBA, you could sell the product FBA, but all of a sudden they're all gone now. No FBA sellers at the moment. Could be another opportunity to get in on something. And of course, you can go through all these filters, all these strategies, going by the BSR increments, starting at 0 and going in 2,500 increments up to 10,000, and then taking it, by 5,000 increments up to 50,000, and then 10,000 increments up to 100,000. If you're looking at a different category, like, health and household, beauty, clothing, or whatnot, you can go past 100,000 and still maintain plenty of sales. It's a very, very powerful tool. Keepa, if used correctly, can do wonders. It's just people don't know how to use it. They don't know how to take advantage of this wonderful tool. There are so many products that you guys can find out there. All right, cool. I hope you guys liked the video. If you want a PDF, a downloadable PDF with all the information I detailed in this video, the strategies, the categories you should be looking at, and the different increments of BSR readings and all that, let me know in the comment section below, and I might be able to include a PDF, downloadable PDF for you guys. Next, again, if you're interested, join the Telegram group. Got an awesome community going there. Also, in the comments below, let me know what type of video you want me to do for the next one. All right, see you guys. Bye.